we use buses every day. And no, not this kind of bus. The buses in our CPUs. Let's head back to get a deeper look.
This is a state-of-the-art model of a CPU and its inner workings with a voice-controlled animation. Let's get straight into it. Animation, start. Starting with fetch in the fetch decode execute cycle. So the program counter sends the memory address of the next instruction to the memory address register. The MAR places this address on the address bus to request data from the RAM. The instruction stored in the specified memory location is sent to the memory buffer register via the data bus. The instruction is then transferred to the current instruction register. The control unit sends a control signal to fetch the instruction from RAM. Now, onto the decode stage. The control unit sends signal to relevant CPU components such as the ALU or registers to prepare for execution. Finally, the execute stage. If the instruction requires data from memory, the CPU places the memory address on the address bus. The data is retrieved via the data bus and stored in the MBR, or a general purpose register. If performing an arithmetic logical operation, the ALU processes the data and the result is stored in a register. Lastly, the control unit sends signals to the ALU or memory to execute the instruction. For a more visual representation, I've jumped into a 3D modeling software to show you how the control unit interacts with the RAM. The control unit being on the right, the RAM being on the left. Let's get into it. As you can see, it travels through the bus to the signal and...
Thank you, Jonathan. Alright, you guys, time to dive into the serious stuff.
SpongeBob!
The processor gets a lot more complicated than you think, but that's why I'm here.
You can now access the CPU.
At the very heart of the CPU is the Arithmetic Logic Unit, or ALU. This is the problem solver handling mathematical calculations and logic operations. But the ALU doesn't act alone.
Assemble.
It takes orders from the control unit, just as how I take orders from Mr. Crab himself. The control unit orchestrates everything, ensuring the processor follows instructions correctly. Now everyone, timing is everything. The clock keeps operations in sync, pulsing billions of times per second, setting the pace for all activities. This signal is used to synchronize communication between the components of the processor and the rest of the computer system. As for registers, there are two types. The first type are general-purpose registers. These act as the processor's short-term memory, storing values temporarily during the execution of instructions.
What's my name again?
In contrast, there are dedicated registers. The program counter keeps track of the next instruction to be executed. The current instruction register holds the instruction currently being executed. The memory address register stores the address of data to be fetched. The memory buffer register holds data temporarily before passing it along. And finally, the status register monitors the state of the processor, keeping track of conditions like errors, overflows, or special flags that affect how instructions execute. Together, these parts work in harmony, like a well-oiled Krabby Patty machine. But, I'm not getting paid enough for this, so I'm clocking out. Smell ya later, nerds.
Thank you for watching our video. Now we want to see if you've been listening. So, what is the boss of the CPU? I'll give you 5 seconds. Correct! What is the speedster that sends all the signals in the CPU? I'll give you 5 seconds.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope you learned more about the CPU. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and stay posted for our collab with Craig and Dave, a new up-and-coming YouTuber.
Thank you for watching.
Alright, yeah, let's go. Go. So why are we taking a picture? How long is the total? Chill. How long is it?
It's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright. We use buses every day. I know.
Alright, I'm done.
That's right. Oh, that's actually sick. That's actually sick.
Alright, I'll go.
That's so sick. Oh my god. This guy can never do that. I can never.
Buses every day. I know. Not this kind of bus. Buses and our CPUs get turned back to get a deeper look.
This is the state-of-the-art model of a CPU and its inner workings with voice-controlled animation. Let's get straight into it. Animation, start. Starting with fetch in the fetch equal execute cycle. So the program counter sends the memory address of the next instruction to the memory address register. The MAR places this address on the address bus to request data from the RAM. The instruction stored in the specified memory location is sent to the memory. That's the instruction from RAM. Now, onto the decode stage. The control unit sends signals to the ALU or memory to execute the instruction. For more visual representation, I'll jump into a 3D model software to show you how the control unit interacts with the RAM. The control unit being on the right, the RAM being on the left. Let's get into it. As you can see, it travels through the bus with the signal and...
Thank you, Jonathan. Alright, you guys, time to dive into the serious stuff.
SpongeBob!
The processor gets a lot more complicated than you think, but that's why I'm here. Together, these parts work in harmony, like a well-oiled Krabby Patty machine. But, I'm not getting paid enough for this, so I'm clocking out. Smell you later, nerds.
Thank you for watching our video. Now we will see it. So, what is the source, the CPU? I'll give you 5 seconds.
Go on.
Alright, what is the CPU? I'll give you 5 seconds.
Comment and subscribe and stay posted for our collab with Craig and David.
Finance manager.
That's good.
was
That is really funny. That's really good.
That's so
It's thoroughly entertaining, that one. Fair play. You did put a lot of effort into it. Wow, we've done the full spectrum there. We've done the full spectrum of presentations.
So you can minimize the...
Can I show Mr. Mr. Thank you.
Shut the whole stuff.
No.
It's actually good.
It is good. Alright, brilliant guys. Alright, anyway.
Starting with fetch in the fetch equal execute cycle.
Alright, can you... I won't lie, one year I had someone do a play. They did an actual play. Where some of them played different types of register. So yeah, I've seen it.
Come on, Mr. Register.
That's a freestyle in the last minute.
Like, oh, we got that here. You be a register one, I'll be registered too.
Just hit the space